everyone. Welcome to the Laura Canfield Show, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And I'm so excited because my good friend Brenda Lainof is here with us again this season. She was here back in May at the beginning of the season, and now she's here again. So I'm so glad that she's here with us. And today we're talking about renew your energy, renew your life. But specifically, we're going to be talking about how to detect energetically why your vital life force is being drained and discover why this is creating a problem in your physical and spiritual body, as well as how to shift your life force energy to a high healing vibrational energy right on this call. And Brenda's going to be taking live caller questions from live callers as well as questions on the Q&A. So you can hit star 2 to raise your hand, or you can submit a question. And so Brenda will be doing energy scans for some of you to see what is blocked possibly in your system, in your chakras or your energy field. And so we'll see how that goes. So I'm so excited about that. And so like I said, Brenda's been here many times before, but, like I said earlier this season. So we're so excited to just get into this. We're going to be talking about all of that as well as other stuff. So we're going to be talking about, my mind went blank, Brenda, but VGB, Virtual Gastric Band. Am I saying that right?
Oh, yes. We will be talking about that as well.
Good. I know, it's like, so my mind went totally blank for a second there. It's like, what is that called? So Brenda's going to be talking about that and what that is and how she's been working with people with that. So that and anything else right now. And what else is coming up for you, especially with these, yesterday was the Lion Gate portal. And so a lot of energies are still, streaming onto the planet. And how are you being affected by that, right? What is going on in your system? So we'll talk a little bit about that as well. So please open your hearts, open your minds, open your energy fields, and join me in welcoming Brenda back to the show. Brenda, welcome.
Oh, thank you so much, Alara. I'm pleased to be back again. So I'm looking forward to this call.
Yay. So yeah, let's talk first about energy, right? Our energy system and how our energy system can get drained, or how our energy fields can be leaking energy. I was talking about that earlier in my group call, actually, which is odd. But so I was mentioning that as well, how your life force energy could be getting drained and why. So let's first talk about that. For people who may not really necessarily be able to even feel their energy field or get a sense of what that is, can you talk just briefly? Because most people, I think, on the call know about energy. This is something that we talk about all the time, but just in case, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, everybody's aware that we can take on energies of other people. In fact, I think we totally underestimate the amount of stuff that we're taking on from the media, from our family, friends, just walking out to the store. There's so much that we absorb, and I think we totally underestimate it. I know that I do. When you're feeling good, and all of a sudden, a few minutes, you're just feeling really bad.
Yeah.
Just knowing that and trusting your intuition that that's what's happening, it's going to be a big relief, because if then you learn the tools to identify, well, why, is this mine? If it's not mine, what's going on? So there's many multitude of tools, but just knowing that right now we could be taking in a lot of, quote, the chaos of the world and not knowing it, not realizing it. So be diligent about that. And this is the time right now that we need to take especially good care of ourselves. I know that applies directly to me when I say that for everybody else. And most of us know that we need to do things like get out in the nature, especially in the Northern Hemisphere here. We can have that opportunity to be outside and not in the cold right now at this time of the year. Go outside, get outside. That has saved me tremendously, getting outside into the nature, because we do leak, and we unknowingly are leaking energy.
So what does that mean, leaking energy, Brenda?
Well, I think we could be feeling really, really good again at one part of the day. And when somebody is projecting their own negative thoughts and you're picking up on that at at a subconscious level, which I think most people know what that is, subconscious versus conscious.
Yep.
So we could be, if they're feeling like they're in a bad mood, we can automatically also get in that vibration of where they're at. Our vibration, unless it's at a higher level, it can match where that person's vibration is at. And then all of a sudden you're just in bad mood too.
Right.
So it's obviously important that we get our vibration up. And there's many ways to do that, but as much as possible, as frequently as possible. And I think now we have also that opportunity to make the switch more quickly. Like if you know it's like, oh, I'm in a bad mood, I'm just in a crappy mood. We have the tools now that we can just say, okay, I recognize it. I know that this is how I'm feeling. And, you can just go away. I just want to send you away. No,
exactly.
Thank you. So within a split second, we have that option and that choice to make that decision, which is a really good thing. I mean, we've come a long ways versus even 1 year ago. So that's exciting.
That is exciting. And you're right. We can shift our energy and our vibration in an instant by changing what we're thinking, sometimes the music, sometimes what we're eating, sometimes breathing, going out in nature. There's so many different ways that we can raise our vibration and shift our energy, right?
Yes, exactly.
I had a thought a second ago, and it just vanished out of my head. It's like, just vanished. It's like, okay, it'll come back when it's important. So I've been using that tool of who does this belong to, because I've been feeling these weird sensations in the past couple of days, and it's like, what is that? And then as soon as I ask who does this belong to, return to sender, it's gone, and it's like, that's something I've been sharing with my clients, and it's like, it really does work, but it's about recognizing that when you are feeling something or sensing something or perceiving something, ask that question, who does it belong to? Sometimes we wait for a long time and we don't ask, we just put up with it, or we take a pill, or, we just grumble, complain. But if you just ask the question, who does this belong to, and then return to sender with consciousness or healing or unconditional love, you'll notice that it does go away. It's like, wow. And if it doesn't go away and it's yours, ask more questions about what that is, right? But
that's one of my favorite ones, Alara, is just exactly what you just said. It's simple and quick. And that's what we want now in society. That's the way it is. We want simple, and we want quick, and we want it now. And that's the way our society is. We're just moving so quickly, through life, and we're caught up in that speed. So, I think that's just perfect. Just what you said. It's like, who does this belong to? And when you learn to self-test, which I just love teaching, when you learn to self-test and trusting your answer, most of the time when you're asking that question, and there's various ways to test, but it could be like you find the answer. For example, sway testing, where you stand up, you go forward or back, and you just like, oh my gosh, no, it's not mine. Great, simple, return it, done in a second.
That's true. I was using the sway test last week on something. No, sorry, I was not using this. I was not using the sway test at all. I was like, oh, this, somebody, I got an email from somebody, and it's like she had all these programs for sale. It's like, oh, what a great idea. I should just get them. And then I stopped myself. I was like, oh, hold on, let me ask first, right? And so I did the sway test, and I asked if those programs, if I should buy them. And I got no for all of them. It's like, oh, wow. Because I was expecting yes, because my mind was already set on buying them, right? And then when I did the sway test, I got no. It's like, oh, okay. So the sway test, I find, works for me really well. The other tests don't, but I was really shocked because, like, my mind was already set. I was like, I'm going to buy these programs. But then I said, oh, let me just ask. And I got a no. So it's like, interesting. My body knows sometimes better than my mind, right?
Yeah, and the sway test, I find, I was working several years ago with my grandson, and when you get kids doing that, they just love it because their mind is not like, oh, what am I doing? Am I doing it the right way? They're not questioning. He's automatically going, yeah, forward, yeah, back. I've got to the point now where I do it in my chair. I just sit in my chair. I thought, I do not want to stand. And, for people that aren't maybe feeling very well, or maybe they do have some physical issue where they cannot necessarily stand for a period of time, I have worked with them in their chair. And I do that in my Skype session so I can see what you're doing. And it, works really, really well. And sway testing, I think, is one of the best ways, and one of the modalities that I was trained under, definitely. So if anybody wants to learn how to do the sway test, there's definitely information out there for them to do so and start testing for things. Is this program, just like you said, should I buy this product? Would this be the best program for me? And ask your body because it knows.
Yeah, I was, like I said, I was surprised. All right, so we kind of got off topic there for a second, but so, sometimes I do that. I just go off topic. So how can we detect energetically that our life force energy is being drained, and do we even need to know why it's being drained? But how can we detect it energetically? Is it just because we sense that shift in, from feeling good to suddenly feeling crappy?
I think that's just what we discussed, and you can simply ask the question. Ask that. So I think that's already, been covered off. You can ask your body, is it being drained? You can ask your body, do I really need to know why? Maybe that, I do need to explore this. Or it could be you're told no. It's like, okay, thank you very much, then I'm just going to move on. So you don't necessarily have to dig and find out, exactly what's going on. Your body could just say, nope, you can just go ahead and, move on. So, we just want to make it very simple. Now, if people are not used to doing that, this is where I love to do my detective work, and this is what I love to do. Checking those layers, checking those beliefs. But you can all learn to do that. Everybody can learn to do this. So the more that we pick up from the different, people that you've had on your show and the different products, find out, what is the one that really resonates with me, and go with it, trusting your intuition, not your head. Well, not what those messages are saying. Okay, you should buy this, Valara, because this person is making it like it's the biggest and best, thing on the earth. But it's your gut. Listen to your gut. And I have found that when I really truly do, I'm always right. And when I've ignored it, I've landed in bad jobs. I've discounted how I felt about my boss. I have discounted, should I go to this doctor? Should I really get this surgery done? I discounted my inner gut feeling. This inner gut feeling that I discounted resulted in, I will just mention this, in having a surgery that I reacted to the anesthesia where I had my own near-death experience. Now, maybe I was that was in the plan, in the blueprint, maybe, but I had a real horrific inner gut that this was not going to go well. And it wasn't just me, it was my husband as well. He's extremely intuitive. So we were both like, I don't know about this. And yet here I was. I had to go through it. I was scared. I maybe I had cancer, so I got to check. And because my mother had died of it, I thought, well, maybe I should do this. But I didn't listen. And so I love to teach people, like with their, for companies, for employees, look at what that is. What is your gut telling you? Not your mind, but your gut. There's a big difference.
So, when we were talking about the energy scans, I forgot to mention this earlier, you can actually even scan people's businesses, too, to see what's going on, right? Where the blocks may be.
Exactly, because the business is its own entity. And I don't mean like the entities, like the bad entities or to attack you, but its own entity as a business entity. And you can. And you can check your business as to, for example, you have a business set up on your computer and, you got this online business, but things are not happening. well, there could be a disconnect. So absolutely, that's where I love to go, is check what is happening with your business. What does the business need? Maybe it needs something. So definitely you can ask those same questions as to your business and, of course, your relationships and food and supplements. I mean, it goes on and on. So the more that you get confident in your answers, listening to your intuition, and then doing your self-testing, it's great. You're taking more charge of your life. You're feeling more empowered, and then you can start, helping your friends, and you're working with your animals, and it goes on and on. So right now we have this opportunity with this shift that's just occurred with this 8-8. I really do, and I felt it myself because I was feeling really bad before yesterday. And really bad. And today I'm definitely feeling much better. And so I'm feeling like, yes, here I am. I'm ready for this call today. Thank goodness. But now we have the chance, and I can feel this more promising energy. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it feels like there's more hope. Even though now there's all this more chaos, and this could happen and that could happen in the world, and I just want to, shut that down. As to the news, man, it's just so stupid and horrific. And and now I'm at the point now. This is stupid. I don't even want to know what's happening. I just want to let's just get centered and sort of neutral to what's happening out there, because I don't want it to affect me. And besides, the higher my vibration is, the chances of some other lower vibrational energy deciding to hop onto mine, I'm in a better position. So I need to remember that for myself. Like, okay, Brenda, you just in this crappy mood, and you have an option here of staying in that or choosing to not be in that vibration. So I need to catch myself, and it's a habit. We have to create the habit of checking in on us. But the more that we do it, the easier it comes, and then it becomes just, I think, automatic, for most people. I think that will happen. I don't know if many of us are there quite yet, but I think for the ones that have been on this journey for a long period of time, the awareness there is that we have that option, and we can jump into that dimension or realm or whatever you want to call it. We have that opportunity to do that, and that's exciting. Like, I'm excited about all this. It's fun.
Exactly, it's fun, and that's how life is supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. So we are going to take some caller questions. Well, questions per se, meaning if you'd like to have Brenda take a look at your energy and scan your field and your chakras and see what's stuck there, yourself or your business, you can hit *2 to raise your hand, or you can submit a question on the Q&A. So one question I have for you, because I'm not sure if you can do this, because somebody posted a question on the Q&A asking, can you please scan my boys? So can you scan children for people, or is it just the actual person that's writing in?
With the permission of the mother or father as a parent, yes, I can, but I need their permission. So what I would do is I'd like to meet on Skype. I'd like to have that face-to-face, and yes, and I can do it remotely, but I really like that personal one-to-one contact, and yes, we can do that, and so for that person to be there, again, we've got the go-ahead, the permission, like, yes, they can work with, with the boys, and yes, we can. That can be done.
Perfect. Okay, good. So, all right, so we have some hands raised as well right now. So do you want to take some caller questions and see what is up with everybody and what we can clear for them today on the call?
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Okay, so we're going to go to phone number ending in 7120, 7120. Hello? Cheryl? I muted you. Maybe you've got yourself muted. Phone number ending in 7120. Cheryl may have muted himself. All right, we'll come back to you, Cheryl. Okay? Maybe we'll come back. All right, going, gone. Okay. we're going to go instead to phone number ending in 2000, so 2000. Hold on. Hello? Yep.
Hello, this is Lou.
Hi, Sue.
Lou.
Oh, Lou? Hi, Lou.
Yeah. Close.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. My phone was buzzing at the same time. So.
Yeah.
All right. So, Lou, what can we help you with today?
Well, I try to stay fairly positive, but I still have these chronic issues with my knees and eczema lately that just doesn't seem to resolve. So I was wondering if she could do a scan on that.
So what I'm going to be doing here, Lou, is just first getting that connection, with you and asking for clarity. So I'm getting that go ahead. If you were to see me, I'm sitting in my chair and my body's going forward as in a yes. So do you do any energy work yourself, Lou?
Yeah, I practice Qigong.
Okay. And so how long have you had this chronic issues with the knees? Like
The knees
forever?
for several years, like more than
Several
5
years.
Yeah.
More than 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just, I just want to focus in due to the time period here as to what chakra, and of course I know you know the major chakras, do we need to go to? Because I'm getting some belief that's coming up regarding the knees. And so when I check in, what chakra is there? What is that? So just give me a moment here. So I'm getting the sacral chakra is coming up for you right now. And I just want to ask
I'm feeling that too.
Yeah, so let's just see, what, okay, so let me just check in. So this may not make sense to you or not. Are you in a relationship?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Were you in a relationship that wasn't that very good for a period of time?
Yeah, my marriage. Yeah, for 14.
Your marriage,
but that's
14
been stalled for a long time.
Yeah, because this is coming up in regards to a relationship. Mm-hmm. So it's still what it is like there's still some residual stuff coming up in regards to the relationship with your ex.
Uh-huh.
And so what I want to check in as to exactly where is this being held. And yeah, so I just want to delete that from your at a cellular level for you. So we're just going to do this now.
Okay.
And just want to release all of the memories and thinking about it and worrying about it. How throughout all the cellular, molecular, atomic, subatomic, nuclear, subnuclear, quantum field energy to matter, matter to energy, and related to that knee region now. So it's all those memories of well, I'm just going to say it's like having to give in at times when you really didn't want to, and having to bend when you really didn't, you wanted to stand up, stand in your power. So it's all about it's all the word submissive is coming up, having to be submissive.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so we want to ask for assistance here, and I always call in, and I'm sure you do too, but assistance here, and I love working with my angels and your angels and clearing out all of that memory and any residuals, any remnants, any imprints remains. Now, housed within as mentioned, at a cellular level, right down to that energy to matter, matter to energy now. And releasing it now. And for anybody else on the call that resonates with this, releasing this now of having to be submissive, having not allowed to stand up, stand in your power and just say no. So just releasing all those memories now. Throughout eons, centuries, decades, years, right down to this minute now. Okay, it's releasing. A bit of a yawn here on my part. Still clearing. So we want to clear all those memories, where they are held at a subconscious and the brain and the mind, the soul. Okay. So I want to strengthen you now to being strong, to be able to stand up. It's like standing up for your rights, that you're strong to standing up for your rights. You deserve to stand up for your rights now. I mean, not tomorrow, not like it's right now. You deserve to stand up for your rights. You deserve to stand up and express exactly who you are. No more, no less now.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, stand tall, because you deserve it. So I'm going to have you check in. How are you doing?
Good. I have this wave of emotion, sadness coming over.
Okay.
That released as
Yeah.
A lot of sadness came up, which I feel like there's a lot of sadness.
Well, we're going to just ask for, we're just going to be asking for assistance to, be with Lou, and for anybody here where all the sadness is maybe coming up for you. And just asking the sadness be just gently released. Time frames. This is gentle and gentle on a soul and a physical level now. How are you doing now?
Oh, I have a big sigh just now. Yeah.
Okay, deep breath.
Yeah, it feels like a lot moved.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Wow.
Oh, you're welcome. Cool.
Okay.
Good. Thank you, Lou.
Thank you. Wow.
Yay. All right. Wonderful. So we're going to go back to, I was going to ask you too, Brenda, you can do this for pets as well, right? You can scan the pets as well. If somebody had a pet that they wanted to scan.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people can scan. We can scan pets. They have emotions too, and much the same as all of us. So absolutely.
Okay, perfect.
If you're worried about your pet.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to go back to Cheryl. We'll see if we can get through to him this time. So phone number ending in 7120. I'm going to unmute you, Cheryl. Hello.
How you doing?
There you are. Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Good.
Sorry I missed your call.
That's okay.
What's
going on with you, Cheryl?
Huh?
What's going on with you?
Well,
what would you like help with?
Pain in the back of my neck between where the vertebrae and where the brainstem and the vertebrae and spinal cord come in together in there. There's a bunch of vertebrae that keep going and keep my neck stiff, but it seems like it's just a blockage of some kind, restricting the flow.
I'm sorry, is it Daryl or Cheryl?
Cheryl, S-H-I-R-L.
A-R. Okay. Sorry, I just wasn't too sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cheryl.
Uh-huh.
I just want to be asking here and just getting the connection. What is, okay, so we're talking the very top vertebrae, are we?
Yeah, about right in the, almost between the shoulder blades and into where the top vertebrae is, yeah. They're bunched up.
Now, is it the left shoulder blade or right shoulder blade?
It's in the middle of that. The shoulder blades are fine. That's where the vertebrae is in between.
Okay. Okay. Now, do you do energy work? I sense that you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly on myself, and I have done on other people, and it's working fine.
It's always when it's on. No, and I totally get you with that. When it's on yourself, we can do so much, and at times we just need to tune in and just call in another practitioner that you resonate with. Now I'm going to be asking about that. And what's creating that? What does it feel like, this pain that you're referring to?
Well, it's like I could say something like a blockage, because I can't get the vertebrae to stretch out or to loosen up. So where there's a flow in there, I've had trouble with turning my neck left or right, and sometimes they'll just crackle all over the place.
Okay, so you've been to a chiropractor and they manipulate it, and okay. So I'm just going to be asking your body here and what where we need to go. So I am checking in, and I am getting that we need to look at as to some type of a belief system that you're holding within that region. So typically I would go to, okay, it's a misalignment, where do we go? But no, I'm definitely getting a belief system, and okay, and we just want to check in. So what is this belief system that we need to look at? So I'm just asking here what that is and where do we need to go. Now, this may not make sense or not, but I'm going to say that the throat chakra is coming up for you. So it's the throat chakra that's related actually to this upper vertebrae. And what happens here with the throat chakra, it can affect our shoulders. That's a definite. And what I'm finding is, okay, so what I'm picking up is that there is this energy of humiliation for you. Okay, definitely. And when I ask if this is your humiliation, I'm being told no. So it's like somebody else's, their humiliation that you've taken in and you've absorbed it, and it really wasn't even from this lifetime on Earth. So I'm getting more humiliation, picking up at that, at more of a soul level. And when I check further as to a soul level, I'm getting some trauma that's coming up. So there's some trauma that occurred, again, and this is where we just sort of drill down at a soul level that is affecting this, related to this blockage. So I'm just asking exactly what trauma. Now, this may have, okay, so I'm getting some memory, and I don't know if this has ever come up for you or not, if anybody's ever mentioned this to you or not, but I'm definitely getting a trauma of where you were, your trauma to the neck, like physical trauma to the neck, and that's still housed within the memory of the vertebrae. So when the physical trauma is that you definitely were. I see this stature of a man who had a lot of. You had a following. You had many people who were following you. So more of a energy of someone who was in command of a group, a large group of people, And it's almost like you were able, the words leading the masses are coming up. So you're able to lead the masses of people, and you were in a position of where you were helping them and helping them get away from some sort of natural disasters, what I'm picking up. Like you're leading people. So what I'm seeing is that you're leading people to salvation is the word that's coming up. So this is all held, this trauma is all held within the within the vertebrae region. So what we want to do is ask for assistance on that. And I'm just going to be calling in all of your angels and everyone here to assisting releasing any and all trauma held within the vertebrae region, and this could be for anyone in the group that this resonates with, of physical trauma. When I say physical trauma, I'm getting like perhaps having your, maybe your head chopped off, but a real blow, definitely a very much of a blow to that region. So let's release all the trauma, again, held at so many different levels, but the memories of held within the, subconscious, the brain, mind, the soul at a higher source connection, and then at all cellular, molecular, atomic, subatomic, nuclear, subnuclear, quantum field energy, matter, energy, right down to that empty space now. We want to delete all memories of trauma, of the pain, of thinking about it. We want to delete all memories of thinking about it, and talking about the pain and worrying about it, or getting treatments for it, remembering, touching it, and deleting all memories, any residuals, remnants, imprints, remains now. Oh, we're asking for please just to help clear all the memories held within that neck region now. Right back through all eons and centuries, decades, years, months, right down to this minute, right now. And next, so importantly, we want to ask to forgive and forget unconditionally now. Just asking for that energy to be downpoured into that on the body, not just on the neck region, but through all the cells. Forgiveness and forgetting unconditionally now.
Wow.
How are you doing?
I know, I felt that, but also, I just wanted to know, I had flashbacks when we were talking about the past life on that happening. And then just being attacked from behind.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I brought that up in that point, and being left, abandonment fears after that. So I think whenever I start feeling a stick in my truth, or in not aggressive, but in a way that it's not normally me, which is more passive aggressive than authoritarian, but with a balance. And that's when the neck would start tighten up. Sometimes my throat would get to the point where it would be sore, and it would be I couldn't quite get sentences out. Almost a stutter point. Then I have to stop it in because I don't stutter normally.
Yeah.
So, and then I could bend my neck sideways and up and down, and I don't have the pain in back there. So the pressure is like off, and it's like a cool sensation back there. So the muscles relax.
That's great, but what we need to do with this now that has cleared, because in maybe 5 days or whatever, it'd be like, yeah, I don't know about that. let's get you very, very strong to believe it. I'm strengthening you here right now, sending energy into the midline of your back to believe it. I want you to strengthen you to see it, to expect this to continue, like pain-free within the neck region. Feel it. Imagine it. We want you to imagination to reality and beyond imagination to reality, just throwing this energy into the midline of your back, throughout all your meridians, and being strong to able, willing, ready, deserving, committed now.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh,
I saw your picture on the email, and my guy told me to get a hold, call in, and then I was, then I had to go off the phone because I had to answer the phone. And then she came back on, bless her heart, and hooked me back up. So this was meant to be. So I am blessed. Thank you.
Good.
And you're welcome. And it's all about listening to your intuition, isn't it? And that's just what you did.
Oh, yeah.
So that's great. I'm pleased that you have some release in the neck region.
Good. Yeah, thank you,
I'm
Cheryl.
getting chills up and down my back about it. But I know that my guy's saying that this was an important step in my right direction. So thank
nice.
you very much.
You're
Beautiful.
welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome, Cheryl. Thank you. See, and just by following your intuition, you can have some ease and relief. So that's perfect. Thank you. So Brenda, I wanted to talk about the virtual gastric band. I mean, it's like time is already going by so fast. I want to talk about the virtual gastric band, and I also want to talk about like business-wise, what you like have. So, for example, my business is changing drastically and dramatically, but can you scan my business and see what you see? And what kind of questions would you be asking a business?
I think you can ask a business exactly how they're doing. Like, how are you doing? It may be the business is just not feeling very well, and that might sound kind of silly. But if you were to, relate to the business as you would relate to with a client or with a with a pet, like how are you doing? Are you ready to receive new clients? What's blocking you receiving new clients? Is there anything that I can do that can ease the relationship, or that can open the flow of energy? Is there any blockages from that may be there that it's just you're just not in alignment? Perhaps your business isn't alignment for the way that you're putting yourself out there. There could be a disconnect.
Right.
And it's not that when you get a website, that's it, people are going to come to you, et cetera. I think we all can learn that. That doesn't necessarily cut it anymore. Yeah. But energetically, we want to check, what is it that this business needs? And I know I'm starting to work more with corporate and entrepreneurs, because I thought, hey, I've got a story. I had a near-death experience. I had all these health issues happen, and I work corporate. I work corporate for major companies in the world, and I worked as an entrepreneur for so many years. I have a story, and I am excited. So yes, I'm definitely connecting with my business and constantly having everything changes and we need to also change with our business. So we can, and I don't think it has to be that complicated.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. So now let's take a few moments and talk about the virtual gastric band and what that is and what you're doing with it, how you're working with it.
Well, if you were to Google virtual gastric band, you're going to see, yes, there's a virtual gastric band program that are out there, and then you can, listen to get into the deep meditative sleep or not sleep, but a real deep state, and that's great, And I did this beta test a number of months ago, and people loved it, but they have to listen to the audios once it's energetically installed. So this is an energetic virtual gastric band. So the idea is that you feel fuller faster. Now this isn't going to have you, necessarily, okay, I'm not going to eat sweets anymore, or I'm going to be really good. This is simply you feel fuller faster, so you are eating less. Mm-hmm. Now, I can definitely add to that, and bring these things into the subconscious where you're more attracted to the foods you should eat. But this is basically the virtual gastric band is where you feel fuller faster. So I energetically install this. And then there's a maintenance program that I'm putting into place, and this will be as to testing what percentage is the virtual gastric band? Is it, is it totally working 100%? So this is something that I'm definitely excited about, and people want things quick and easy. I mean, we're in this society. It's like, no, I don't want to listen to, 5 hours of audios. People want things fast. And I thought I have to come up with something, and then it's like, well, of course I can. Why can't I? Anything's possible. So I did, and I got some great response on it, and I'm excited about it. So it's definitely a big piece that totally separate from the business or whatever, or, make it part of your business, obviously, for myself. But it's fun, and it's definitely one piece. It's not replacing all different programs out there. This is one piece, and then, people they know what they should be doing. But when you're feeling fuller faster, and you honestly cannot take in more than what you might think, okay, I can eat that, but you just end up like, oh, I can't even eat anymore. You really do feel this band. So I'm energetically installing this band in the upper part of your abdomen. And many people feel the band tightening energetically, and it doesn't harm you. It's energetic. So it's not like you're going into the operating room and you're having this band put on. It's all very energetic. So, again, it's, wow, what else can we do? What else can we create? Well, it's fun. It's like there's all these possibilities of what we can do. So I'm enjoying it, and I've had some really good feedback, and I'm excited just to expand the program and support the ones that were in my program, and so it's great.
Good, thank you, because it's something that I think a lot of people they could use that help for sure, because sometimes we overeat, we just keep eating and not realizing that we've eaten too much, right? And so that's a great way to. And even get in touch with our body, get in tune with our body, and listen to our body, right?
Right, and it's like you're asking, you're talking to, you're dialoguing with your stomach.
Yeah, exactly.
So stomach, really, do I, are you really hungry, or are you just saying, or is this a head hunger? A lot of times it's just like a head hunger, and if you're not really hungry, but habit, like, okay, nighttime. I know that's been one of my weak points. Okay, nighttime, what do I want? And then, so it definitely does help, because you are eating much, less. And there's people that have reported weight loss within, first, second week. So, it's fun. And why not?
Yeah, why not? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you. And so I have Georgetta on the Q&A. She's asking if you could do an energy scan for her. Can you scan her energy field and just tell her what is maybe needs some help, or needs what you find that's blocked, or do you need something more specific?
Well, I'd like to, if you can, Georgetta, if you could just type in what in particular that's bothering you, because that will help me out within a short period of time that we have. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So Georgetta, if you could just type in a specific issue, that would be helpful. Okay, so we'll wait and see. Hopefully she'll write in sooner rather than later. So while we wait for Georgetta to type in her issue, maybe this would be a good time to talk about the special offer that you have for our listeners today. And so this is a different special offer than last time. So if you're on the live page, you can just click on special offer. If you're on the phone, you can go to awakentohappinessnow.com/Lainof13, so LAINOF 13. And so this is the Brenda Lainof special offer 2. So Brenda, can you just talk about the three pieces in the package?
Okay. Well, one of the things that everybody needs to learn how to muscle test. There's various ways. So I have an ebook here that I really suggest, download it, get the ebook, and then it's something that we can go over with, because my big thing is on training. So, when I do my sessions, I'm just not, today you've heard me, but I'm like this, and that. But I want you to feel it. And the great thing, what I love to do is within my sessions. Now, we can do it on Skype or Zoom, or it can be on the phone. But I prefer to see the person, and then I can show you how to self-test, or maybe you already do it. We work together. So that's one thing, is the self-testing is very, very important. Secondly, as a medical intuitive, I offer 1 hour, and in that hour I go through an assessment. What's happening? Are there, misalignments? And so I do an evaluation, and then we get to what is the priority. Is it the left ovary? Is it the prostate? Like what's coming up that we get guided to, that your body's saying, no, we need to go look at this. You might think, well, I got to look at the pain in my left shoulder, but we are being guided, no, you need to go look at your prostate. So throughout that hour session, it's an evaluation, and then we get in to do the work. And it's great because then you get the report afterwards. So that is a big value right there. And then it's the 20-minute chakra energy scan. So today, we're giving examples of how that would work. But within the chakra scan, I get into the what are you holding within the different chakra systems, and what if any, are there any dysfunctions? For example, we can have certain emotions and beliefs that we hold within each chakra, and perhaps you are feeling like a victim, and I'm picking it up. Well, it's picking up in the root chakra, so it's giving you an idea of like, yes, these are coming up. And then what might be beneficial? I'd love to check in on maybe there's a particular essential oil that might be great to have with that. Or now I'm really loving my crystal cards, and I really interweave a lot of the work that I do. So perhaps there's a crystal that would be just so perfect, for you, that would assist you to balance that root chakra. So anyways, in the 20-minute chakra scan, it's scanning to see what's going on. You may not like what I'm telling you, because I'm going to tell you what my truth is of what I see, and I'm going to be frank and I'm going to be honest. And people, people, I believe, want to hear the truth. It's my truth. But if I see something that isn't, it's out of place, like as to your relationship, or, there's something that's going on, I'm going to let you know, because then that is a great starting point where then you can start in and really doing some healing work. So definitely, the scans are good, because I'm scanning the chakras, just seeing what's out of place, what's the one that's really calling out to me, and what would really help you to, bring in the joy and compassion that has been out of your life. So, so there's a lot of things that can be covered off.
Beautiful.
You can tell. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Thank you. And so all of these 3 parts are part of this whole package for $149. So definitely take a look at this special offer and see if it resonates with you, and do the sway test on yourself about the package, right? Ask your body, So perfect. Thank you, Brenda. Yeah, it's really it's so important to sometimes doing that when we're not sure, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good. So I'm just going to check in to see if there's any comments or, some questions from people. All right. So there are some questions from people in the Q&A now. So let's see. So Georgetta says, I have a few issues. All right. Well, we can't do all of them in this short period of time. So I'll just tell you what they are, Brenda, and then you can, you can see where you're guided. So she says, like a huge pain in the bones around my face. It comes very strong, like for 2 days, and then it goes away for a couple of weeks, and then again. She says, I did lots of blood tests and MRI of the head, but they couldn't find the cause, and the pain also goes all the way to my lower body on those days. They say it could be thyroid or my age, 48, or stress. Okay, so it's one thing. So hopefully that made sense.
Okay, so I'm hearing that Georgetta has pain in the bones in her face, and it's going all the way down to her lower body. And she's saying that she's gone to the doctor, and they're coming back with zero that comes up for why that's happening. So I'm going to ask, and I would firstly, and I definitely do this within my, and I can really get into it in my one-to-one sessions, but we are limited here for time. But when I ask right away, and getting into the energy field of Georgetta, why is it, what's related to this pain in the face that goes down? And I'm just checking in. What is that? Why is that? Okay, and Georgetta, I would definitely say that there's some energies that are coming up here, and when I check into further what that is, I'm really picking up for you that, there's some, okay, I want to say offensive energies that are connected to you. It's almost like you're getting pulled, like somebody's pulling your strings, and further to that, it's like definitely like a courting, like it's like people are pulling on you. I'm getting a lot of, and I don't know if that resonates for you or not, but you're being pulled, and you're being pulled energetically, and it's like they're pulling out calcium from your bones. It's like they're just drawing on your energy, and I'm feeling that word calcium came up. So I would like to work with you honestly on this one, Georgetta, because this is going to take time. But I'm definitely feeling that you're being pulled, and pulled not just by one person, but by several people, and they're basically taking your life force. They're robbing you of your life force, and this is what this is all about: is renewing our energy. And yours is being totally depleted right now. You need to protect yourself and get in charge. And this is where I'm really guiding you to do that. So I'll look for you for here today here, and just see what comes up for you. That I just need to, one thing. Obviously, this isn't a 1 minute cure. So, but I'm getting more at the heart chakra region is coming up quite strong for you. And there's a lot of sadness there, and restriction of where you just can't move. Like you're boxed in. You're literally boxed in, and your energies are being drained. And when you're boxed in, you feel like you can't move, you're restricted, and there's a lot of depression that comes with that. And then how do you take care of yourself when all this depression feels really quite strong? And that can affect you. With the heart chakra, it can really affect you on so many levels, but I'm getting your upper back as well could be affected by that. So there's certain things I'm going to suggest to you right today, and you may want to pick up, a very good essential oil is the rose essential oil. I'm going to leave that with you. And also, letting go and just stating is that you're letting go of any and all that are pulling on you energetically. You don't need to know who they are and ask, and but I do feel like there's multitude of people pulling on you they want like a piece of you. So it's doing what Alara mentioned at the very beginning of the show, and it's just like, not mine. And you learn to muscle test, and it's just like, okay, I just asked my body, and it's the stuff that I'm feeling, the pain that I'm feeling in my body, in my face, down to my lower body, is it even my stuff? Because I'm getting it's not. When I ask that question, it's just like, no, it's not yours. But boy, are you picking up on others. So the statement that Lara mentioned again at the beginning of the show is return. So it's like you're gathering up this ball of energy, return to senders. Now, this is not one person, but many with love and consciousness now. So for anybody here within the group, you all receive this. Return to senders with love and consciousness now. And it's not in anger. Who wants to be angry? We just want to feel good. And it's forgiveness. Forgive and forget unconditionally now. So it's just bringing that energy, throwing it in here for the whole group. Forgive and forget unconditionally now. You just want to hold on to their pain. This is their journey, not yours. And it's up to them to follow what their soul purpose is here on earth, and it's for you to follow yours. So you need to get strong and standing again in your power, like, no, this isn't mine, and get very, very strong about that. And it's strengthening your boundaries. You know what? It's strengthening your boundaries so that you can say no. So just throwing that energy in right now, strengthening your boundaries to be able to say no, what's right and what's wrong. And not in a way that's aggressive and mean, but just no, this is not mine. This is for you. I'm sure you can figure it out. I have 100% faith that you're going to figure out your problem. And I support you on figuring out this problem for yourself, because it's not mine. And even if you don't say it verbally, like, to yourself. So that's one thing I would definitely, and we're just, doing that now, throwing that energy now. Just returning to senders of love and consciousness, all the pain that we're holding in our body, it's not ours. And do this right now. We're in a very special time here. And we can do this. We can heal. Okay, so I'll leave that with you.
Perfect.
Take
Good.
care.
Yeah, and so let us know, Georgetta, how that resonates with you. Okay. Good. So now I have a question from Melissa on the Q&A, and she says, I'm ready to know the truth about why I'm so incredibly exhausted every single day.
Oh, wow. Well, I think many people, I honestly do, are feeling very, very exhausted right now. Mm-hmm. And, Lara would be a perfect person to talk to further about that as well, for all the work that she does. But let's just see what comes up for you, Melissa, because I'm kind of picking up on it. There's some mental energy here that okay, let's just see what that is. There's this aggressiveness energy is coming through, and so this aggressiveness energy. And it's really affecting you. So, again, this aggressiveness, it's not yours, but you're picking up on this aggressiveness energy. And it's, again, here we are. We're being drained. Your energies are being drained. Now, this aggressiveness energy, I'm not picking up that it's from a family or, sometimes that can be, of course. But it's more like in just the aggressiveness energy that's just out there, this chaos that's out there. So in so many parts of the world right now, how we have to really, it's not just possible, get into that state of neutrality where we're just not phased with it. So when you were watching TV and there's this concern about this and this is happening in that part of the world, a really good thing to do is just, again, ask, is this how I'm feeling? Is it mine? Because you could very well be picking up, and this is what I'm picking up for you, is that it's the aggressiveness of this collective energy that's out there, and it can drain us. You just feel totally drained. And I am 100% positive that you're an empath, or else you wouldn't be on this show. So as an empath, we need to take care of ourselves. It's very, very important. So I'm going to suggest get outside here today, maybe after this call, and just put your feet on, do some earthing. There's some great information out there on earthing. And just take your bare feet, and place it on the grass or on the ground, and just state, I'm releasing all this aggressive energy now. Releasing all this aggressive energy now. All this aggressive energy is leaving with me, leaving from my body right now at a soul level, a physical level, mental, a psychological level, at a psychic, at a spiritual, all levels now. Just releasing that now and just sending love and consciousness, sending all that aggressiveness energy just back down into Mother Earth where it can just transmute it. Releasing all of that now. And then just notice how much, might feel a little bit lighter here. Just like, oh, okay. Very simple. Again, many of these things can be done within a moment. And we need to remember that, not get caught up in, oh, I got to do this and I got to do that, and, I've got to buy this product and buy that. Learn some simple tools that you can instantly shift what isn't yours and do the healing work. So see how you're feeling after that. So again, after this call, go outside and just take in your bare feet.
Good. So thank you, Melissa. Let us know how that resonated with you. And Georgetta wrote back that she said, everything you said, dear Brenda, resonates with me. Thank you for clearing it. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Georgetta. Good. Glad to hear that. Now, I have a question from Pinar. And Pinar is asking, she says, I have a chronic sinus issue without any pain, just blocking my breathing, mucus running down my throat, and this has been going on for about 17 years.
Oh.
Wow, it's a long time, Pinar. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long time, Pinar. But that's okay. And you know what I'll do here, because, again, we're doing things within a few minutes. But let's just zero in, and I just want to get connected with your energy.
So Pinar had actually sent you an email earlier today. Pinar had actually sent you an email earlier today about the link that wasn't working. But just so you know who that was Pinar.
Oh, okay, right. Yes, right. Okay, so I posted in my website or my Facebook group. Sorry. Okay. Yes, as to different things, and I put a link in, and I guess it wasn't working. So, hi, Pinar. Okay, so let's just check in for you. What's the major issue? And then that will give you a direction when we, if you choose to meet with me. But what is the major issue as to the chronic sinus? And so I am asking right here, right now, what's involved in that, because Okay, so I'm definitely being guided that we need to look as to any type of misalignment, and that's where we would go. So, yeah. Now, okay, so what's creating the misalignment? So this is a question that I'm going to be asking. What is creating this misalignment? Because I'm not picking up, it would come up in the same way. So it's a misalignment related to the sinus, but there's some mental energy that's also very related to this. Okay, so it's a misalignment. And again, we have to follow this trail. So there's a mental energy, and when I check what that is, that again in the sinus, okay. Well, I don't know if this is going to resonate for you or not, Pinar, but I'm getting this rebel energy. That there's this rebel energy in you, and you're just like rebelling. So, and it's almost like that's okay. So that's also related to this congestion, and it's a rebel energy. It's not from this time on Earth, but I'm getting more like, yes, preconception. So I don't know if you are open to previous times or not, but I'm getting this rebel energy. It's like, okay. Oh, excuse me. Sorry for the yawning, but I'm getting, this goes actually back to the word Civil War is coming up, to the Civil War. And when I check further into that, because I can just see you in your uniform, and the word Civil War. So when I ask about that, yeah, I'm getting more of this feel of that. It's not wanting to go to battle, but almost like forced having to go to battle, like and rebelling against that's what's coming up. So I don't know if that makes any sense for you or not, but it's definitely a war energy and not wanting to be in the war. And it's just all that congestion held in the region of having to stuff in those feelings of being a rebel. And it's not like you could really just show, you could be in real trouble, when you decide like, no, I'm not, I am not part of this group, this army, like I don't want to participate, you could be like in really serious trouble. So it's this inner rebellious against what you've been ordered to do, which is totally against your values. So let's just do a little bit here, and I'm going to ask for assistance here for Kanar, and asking here to release all that rebellious energy, all the memories of having to rebel. And again, through at your subconscious level, throughout your brain and mind, right down to the cellular, all the way down again through the molecular, atomic, subatomic, nuclei, subnuclei, all the way down to that unknown energy. So let's release all memories of having to remember it. We don't want to remember it. We don't want to have any residuals of that memory. Let's delete it all now. Okay, and again, it's time to do our forgiveness and forgetting unconditionally. Forgiving yourself, forgiving them, forcing you to do something that was totally against who you are as a person, and opening up that region just to be able to breathe again. Like it's almost like this feeling like, okay, I'm free. It's like you broke out of jail. That Monopoly card, I'm free. So so if you're free now, you can live your life as you choose to live it, not in somebody else's control, not in their control. So deleting all those memories. Okay. So taking a deep breath in and release. Take another deep breath in deeply and release. And now my sinus is opening up. How are you doing there, Kanar?
Yeah, let us know. Let us know how that resonates with you. Just type it into the Q&A and let us know. That was interesting. Yep, good. I'll let you know, Brenda, what she says.
Okay.
All right, so we're just going to take one more quick call from the phone lines while we wait for Kanar's feedback. So we're going to go to phone number ending in 1108 in British Columbia.
Oh, hi, it's Anne-Marie.
Hi, Anne-Marie.
Hi, thank you so much for taking my call.
Sure.
So my question is, just wondering if you'd have a look at my teeth. I seem to have a lot of cavities.
Oh, hi, Anne-Marie. So you're in British Columbia?
Yes.
Okay. So a lot of teeth issues. So when you say a lot of teeth issues, what does that mean? Like
cavities.
Like cavities. Do you have your old cavities still in?
Yes, I had all the mercury ones taken out, and I have a number of the white or whatever you call those fillings.
Amalgamate? Yes, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
but I
so
seem to be I eat healthy and I do everything, but yet I seem to get cavities, and the dentist is perplexed. And of course, I don't do fluoride, and then he thinks the problem is fluoride, but I know it's not.
Uh-huh. And do you do energy work yourself? I sense that you do.
Not really. No, I'm a dietitian. Yeah.
Oh, are you? Okay, interesting.
And I do muscle testing just for myself and my family.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's fun, and it's always great to, okay, so you do the muscle testing, cool.
Yeah.
And I know that with the teeth, and just so that people can learn about that also, is that our teeth are so related to our physical body, and you can actually go tooth by tooth by tooth and find out what is happening on an emotional level that's within the tooth region. So that's directly related to organs and glands. So that's something, I would want to obviously, look at and see, is it upper, lower, left side, right side, and we can do that. And what's great, Anne-Marie, because you do muscle test, and it just makes it so much interesting, because then we can go, okay, and we're working together. So most of the time when I work with somebody, honestly, we come up with the same answer. And if we don't, then either energetically I've timed out or you've timed out. And I think you know that. So as a dietitian, boy, that would be just perfect to add to your existing business. Wow, cool. What tooth is it, and where do we need to go? Okay, so that's something I would definitely encourage you to look at, and we can do that. And I do have to tell you, and this is from my own experience of working with, and this isn't to scare anybody, but I do know, I used to work with quite a well-known cancer coach, and who's passed away here just over a year ago, and it wasn't from cancer, it was other complications, but he was so big on the mouth and relationship on a physical level, and it's just like, so I am so conscious of that now, and so it's really, really important that we do make sure if there's any root canals, if there's anything like that at all, that because that could be directly related to issues in the body.
Okay, and I have at least 2 root canals.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say this just for your own information. I'm passing on what I have learned. So there's been people who've had cancer, like breast cancer, for example, and it was directly related to the root canal. So I'm throwing this out. I'm just throwing this out just as I feel like I should tell you that. Not that not doing the scare tactic here, but passing on information. So it's really, really important. And we can do that. So, okay, what's going on? And we go tooth by tooth by tooth and just see, well, what is that? Is there something there? Do I have an emotion there that's held within that upper right tooth, for example, the wisdom tooth? Or is there something there? Is there toxicity within the root canal? Is that causing issues, or is it? And because we're muscle testing, then, I'm not just coming up with this. You're working with me, and it's just like yes or no, and, for the most part, works extremely well.
Right. Okay.
So I'm throwing that out because it would be, something that needs time. But in generally, I'm sure being guided to let you know about that and perfect. And as a dietitian, and again, with any business, we can really bring this in. So it doesn't matter what business you have, but as a dietitian, how perfect, because then you can then teach your clients to, just want to let you know, and you could be muscle testing them Okay, what is it? Could this be something? And, of course, you could be muscle testing as to foods they should eat, should avoid, herbs perhaps they may want to look at or avoid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it goes on and on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So, and you know, there can be belief systems that are also held in that, but that's, again, something that, you know, we need to spend time, would need to be time spent on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of losing my energy here, so kind of fumbling for words. But okay, well, I hope to hear from you.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you, Anne-Marie.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
That was wonderful. So much information. Who knew, right?
Yes. Years and years of thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on courses and seminars, and it definitely is a lot of information. And I also believe that it's something that we carry in not just from this time, and, you know, it could be several times before we're bringing in this information, and it's coming to our memory, you know, so it's just not from this time on Earth, but it's definitely a lot of accumulation of many years, and for several of us, you know, so
absolutely.
It's all good.
So I just wanted to give you feedback from Melissa, and she said, thank you, that resonated. I'm definitely an empath and was also once told I was clearing something from mass consciousness, and aggressiveness gets displayed to me in public or traffic, and this makes so much sense. And she says, I was earthing yesterday and thought I wish I had the energy to just play outside. And so she's going to go and put her bare feet on the earth when this call is over. Beautiful. And then Pinar said, wow, this was powerful. I feel much lighter and free. I can breathe deeply. So that's great. And so that was very helpful. So, you know, Pinar's asking, do I need to do anything to keep it up or for the energy to work on me? And Melissa's asking, is there any way to keep this from happening again, you know, absorbing those aggressive energies?
This is where I am going to say yes. There's things that you can do, but this is where we need to do some drilling down. And drilling down to find out, because there are a multitude of areas, but that's okay. And it's not that I need to figure it out right away. We simply ask your higher wisdom, what is it? Where do we need to go? Because there is a multitude of areas. I mean, I've covered off so many things just in this call. There's a multitude of areas that we can look at. Instead of getting all panicked and worried about it, let's just ask. So that's where we need to spend some time. Right. So I would encourage you to do that. Learn some of this for yourself that you can, and some basic things. It doesn't have to be complex, but some basic things that you can take away. So you'll have some takeaways that you can implement immediately after my calls, my sessions.
Absolutely. So please do take a look at the special offer that Brenda has available this time, and it's awakentohappinessnow.com/Lainof13, so Lainof 13, and see if that resonates with you and see if that can be of contribution to you and as you move forward. So absolutely, thank you. Great. I mean, those were great examples from everyone who was able to participate, so that we can see how the energy scanning works, or how you work one-on-one with a person, even though this is really 2 minutes, but still, it was a great way to show everyone how you do the work. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you.
So was there anything else you wanted to share with us, Brenda, today before we go? Any last words of wisdom?
I just think for everybody, try not to get discouraged. And it's maybe cliche to say it, but really do tune into your gut. And if you're feeling something's not right, then trust it. And no matter what anybody says, I don't care if it's your spouse or your children, or listen to your inner your gut, because I am telling you, most of the time it's going to be serving you very, very well. So that, if I could leave today's call with any message, is like, trust it. Things don't have to be complex.
Right.
Things
Beautiful.
can
Thank
change in a second. Yeah.
Exactly. Trust your knowing, trust your intuition, trust your body, and ask questions. So beautiful. Thank you. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. This was again, so much fun, and we learned so much about different possibilities and different things that you can do for yourself. And it was interesting to learn about the virtual gastric band. So that'll be fun to experience. So thank you, everyone, for being here, sharing this beautiful space with us. And thank you, Brenda. Thank you, everyone who called in or who submitted a question. Thank you so much. So until next time, continue to live your life filled with joy, peace, love, abundance, and happiness. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now. Have a great night. Great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, Brenda.
Bye.